What's up, everyone? Today we're gonna be working on the Rsx. I'm gonna have to take the trunk off today. Have some body damage on the rear, on the back here. You can see it a little bit right here. So what happened was I was moving a weight machine from the driveway to the house. I set it up right here and it kind of fell in the corner of one of the posts, hit the back of my car. And as you can see, yeah, I wasn't too happy about that. So today we're gonna be taking the whole trunk off. So I'll have to get louvers off, take this duckbill off, open up the hatch, take all the panels off, the harness and all that. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. So I'll be taking all this off. Then I have a bumper, you kind of see it, it's orange right here. That's all I'm gonna show right now. That's a different style bumper. I'll let you guess in the comments what it is. I'm taking the trunk off and then taking the bumper, getting those painted, color matched to the car. So everything will be back to new along with that new bumper. So let's get into it. All right, got everything off, duckbill, louvers. This duckbill was only 3M taped down, but that gave me a hard time taking it off just with 3M tape. That was on there really good. But that same thing with the louvers, but louvers has a little weight to them, so the weight helps keeps it on the window. If you want to know how I mount these to the back of the windshield, this is how they do it. Just steel plating with a little, I don't know if it'll focus, but screw welded to the top of it, and you curve them to the curvature of your window. Stick them down. I got 3 on one side, 3 on the other, and then I have little holes drilled into the louvers there. And they go on, and you put a little bolt on them, and that secures the louvers to the plate and the plate to the window. So that's how that stays on the window. But yeah, got it off. That's what she looks like. All bare, clean looking. All right, so here's a high level overview of what we got to do. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all these interior panels off. You may or may not have to do that. I'm taking all this off so the body shop can get up in the back of here, and if they need to push out the piece that got dented in, stuff like that. But I know for sure there's gonna be 2 hinges right up in here, two bolts on each side. We're actually have to peel the headliner back a little bit to access these bolts, take the nuts off. Then we have a wire harness here, and then there's one up in here. You can't really see from here, but there's one here that you're gonna have to disconnect as well. Once I got all those disconnected and the hinges loose, that's when I'm going to take these dampers off, and you can get a wrench in here and you should be able to turn this, unloosen it from each side, and then take the whole trunk off. That's just a high level overview. All right, got the panels out, as you can see here. And you are gonna have to take these off because you have the wire harness loom coming through here, going around all the way down this passenger side, coming out here. And I already took the grommets out, but there is no connector right here that I see. I was hoping there would be one right here, would make it easy. You can just disconnect it here and take the whole trunk off. But it looks like what we're gonna have to do is disconnect this main harness here. There's some grounds here. There's also, if you track this all the way around, it goes up into here. So you have 1 connector here, and then 2 3 connectors, and then a 4th one right here. So 4 connectors and a ground, and you'll be able to snake that all the way down. So what's going to be hard is getting this, once you take it out, the wire harness back up and going back through the passenger side through here. That's going to be the hardest issue that I find so far. The second harness here is right here. You'll just lift your gasket here, pull down a little bit on your headliner, and then you can see there's a connector back here you'll disconnect. So you'll disconnect that connector, and then you can also get to your bolts there too. So yep, that's what we're gonna have to do is take these off. So I'm gonna go do that, disconnect that wire harness, and then I'm gonna unloosen those bolts. All right, before I forget, there's actually one more connector that y'all will have to disconnect. I already had this disconnected because I deleted my windshield wiper. But yeah, this will go to your motor for your windshield wiper. Yep, so you want to disconnect that one as well because it's coming off the main harness. you got that main harness out the way, pull it all the way through, I would suggest all these connectors to tape them all together, so that makes it easier, so they're not frayed out and so they don't catch on anything going down. So I tried to pull it out once without doing that and it got caught, so I had to pull it back and tape all these, I guess, into a nicer loom, I guess. I did forget that one, but yeah. And I'd also, all these clips here where the wire harness would be, they're actually taped around these edges. If you pull those off, it also makes it easier to pull through, because these little I guess what you would call these, not rivets, but tabs or whatever, will get caught going down. So the more you can take off of those, the easier it is to pull through. This is how it looks when you got it all the way pulled through. Pretty long harness. Yep, got that one out the way. Heading to the next one. Alright, so my battery actually died on that time lapse there, but I actually misled y'all a little bit. So if you take this off, this is, I believe, your defroster for your rear window. It's something like this. Take this cap off. There's a little connector here. Take that connector. And all you have to do is feed it down through the trunk here. Down, pull it out through here, and that's all you need. You don't have to go up under here for this connector, but you do have to go up under here to take the nuts off for the bolts on the trunk. So that's the next step we're doing, so let's get to it. Okay, so I got these bolts completely removed on this side. This one I have one in here because just the weight of the trunk, when you go to loosen the last set, it's going to start to peel off. Another thing to note here is these hinges up here have like epoxy or a silicone sealant, so you don't get rainwater through your roof, because there's a hole directly through your roof there. So just remember when you put the trunk back on, after taking it off, to put that sealant there on both hinges, and you can kind of see it's starting to pry up there in the back. Okay, I guess you can't see it, but this next part is actually going to take that last bolt off, and then this is where you probably need 2 people. Make it a lot easier, one to get on each side, and you can lift up the hatch so that it won't fall back on you or something like that. So I have my good buddy Jason, who's going to be here in a minute, and we're going to take this off and then undo these hinges, and then your trunk will be free. Alright, just got back from dropping the trunk and bumper off. As you can see behind me, completely gone. Up here where the hinges are at, you can tell right here where they use the epoxy from the factory. Putting this back on, or the hatch back on, you're gonna have to scrape this off and then reapply that sealant or epoxy so rainwater doesn't get in there. For the damper part, I chose to take off the side that goes to the trunk itself, or the hatch, and all it is just a 12 millimeter bolt here, and you just unscrew it in both sides and it comes right off. So that's it right there. That's how it looks without the hatch. Pretty crazy. Alright guys, that'll be it for this video. I didn't mention what tools I used for this. All I used was a screwdriver, a flathead if you need to pry some of those tabs off or anything like that, and also a 10 millimeter and a 12 millimeter. Either socket probably works best, but you may be able to get a wrench in there. But those will be the tools you need. It's not too much, and then feeding the loom through the hole going down the side. But other than that, that's it. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification button, so you'll be notified next time I upload a video. Also in the comments, tell me what bumper you think I got for my car. It's not the stock bumper, so it's something different. So it's an aftermarket bumper, but just let me know down in the comments. I'll see you all next time.
Ryan Little.